Hi, my name is Tim Sexton. I'm the Deputy Incident Commander on the Willamette South Complex. Our complex of fires has just inherited the red fire that's potentially threatening the community of Crescent Lake and Crescent Junction. You may remember me from about 6 weeks ago. I was here with the Southern Area Gray team and then the Eastern Area team, and I did some fire behavior and strategic planning work and talked at a couple of public meetings at the fire station. Well, I'm back, and I have been tracking this fire from other locations over the last 6 weeks and keeping tabs on it. When I left 6 weeks ago, it was about 300 to 400 acres. Today it's about 1,600 acres, but it's taken 6 weeks to grow that additional 1,200 acres. I went out to the fire yesterday to take a look at the fire behavior at the ground, on the ground, and see the pace of movement and any potential short-term threats to the communities. I walked up from drop point 269 to about this point on the fire. That was about 4/10 of a mile. This is the fire behavior that I witnessed when I was on the fire. Flame lengths were in the neighborhood of 1 to 2 feet, mostly less than 3 feet. Occasionally a tree would torch out. As you see over here, stumps torching out. But in general, the fire was very low flame lengths and was moving at a very slow pace. Over the course of the hour that I spent on the side of the fire, it was moving maybe 5 or 10 feet during an hour. And it was just backing downslope towards the road. So over the course of an hour, very short movement. And the entire burning period for the day was about 6 hours. So I don't think it was moving more than 50 or 60 feet during the entire day. In general, that 4/10 of a mile that I walked up, it's highly unlikely that the fire is going to move down to the road over the next 2 weeks. The forecast talks about wetting rain on Wednesday and Thursday and cool, moist conditions for the remainder of the 2 weeks. So by the end of September, there may be a period of warming and drying, but if there is, the fuels will be much less receptive to fire spread than they are today. Here we can see some of the fuel treatment that's occurred during the last 6 weeks, adjacent to the 60 road and other roads in your area. A lot of good work has been done to remove ladder fuels and accumulations of fuel next to the road, so that should the fire back down and approach the 60 road, it'll be very low intensity. It'll be much easier for fire crews to extinguish with engines and hand crews. Now again, the fire has grown 1,200 acres in the last 6 weeks and has caused a lot of concern amongst the public in the Crescent Lake area, Odell Lake area. We would, under normal conditions, we would have had firefighters and helicopters suppressing the edge of the fire to avoid any kind of threat at all. However, because of all the fires in Oregon and the new fires that have started in the Great Basin, particularly Idaho, we don't have resources that we can spare to directly attack this fire or to use helicopters to put bucket work on it. The pace of growth has been such that we've monitored it, and we put a lot of good work into the roadsides, the whitefish drainage area, and we believe that because of this weather system coming in, that most of the threats to the community will be substantially reduced over the next day or two. And as we move into the fall, there's slight chance of strong winds that may push the fire, but we believe with all the mechanical treatments that have occurred, we're well positioned to be able to respond to any threats and keep the community safe.